For those of you that might be new to metaphysical Christianity, I would like to say just a few reminders, or just a few words. I talked to all of you assuming that you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me bring everybody up to speed so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. In metaphysical Christianity, we embrace the life, the light, and the energy of Jesus Christ, and honor the great, spectacular, unbelievable gift that he brought to the planet by connecting us once again with our God, with Creator, Father, Mother, God, and by invoking and calling forth the light within each one of us so we can do what he did. He said, "You're my brothers and sisters." He did not say, "I'm the only child of God." He said, "You are all the children of God. You have within you everything I have within me. I just came and remembered." And then when he demonstrated what was capable, the healings, the teachings, how he reached out to the people, and then he crossed over, reconstructed his body, said, "This is also what is capable. This is an illusion you're living in. Death is an illusion. You are eternally connected us with that great energy of God." Everybody say, "I knew that." Okay. So we don't take the posture that Jesus came to save us from our sins. We take the posturing that he came to show us who we were. And then we could choose. However we chose to live from that point forward was our choice. It's personal responsibility. So this is how we embrace the teachings. And when we come into Christmas, we love Christmas, don't we? We love remembering that entry when his soul, that brilliant, perfect soul, came through into the consciousness of mankind. And so we celebrate it every week. We have a new Christmas take, and we have a new understanding of what it really means to us as Christians, metaphysical Christians. So that's your forward. Good? All right. So the message that I'd like to share with you today was given to me by Spirit. And, you know, I never fully understand why I'm asked to speak on a certain aspect, because there are so many aspects that we touch on. But today is the Christmas dream. So I know that I know this message is going to touch someone. And I know that at some point in our lives, we're at these spaces. I'm going to speak of two different spaces of choice. And you may not be at one, but you may be at another. You may not be at either one. But as humans, we go through this. So let's look now at the Christmas dream, okay? Say, "I'm ready."
I'm ready.
All right. A dream is expectancy beyond your current level of consciousness. Do you understand that? At my current level of consciousness, I own everything I can possibly hold. I have my belief system. This is what I can hold. My dream is something greater. I'm dreaming something that I do not currently have. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so the dream expands me into something that I would like to experience, perhaps. And when children write their little list of their gifts that they want, and then how often, when the child is really sincere, "Ooh, I want that, ooh, I want that, that's not in my level of consciousness, I really want that." And then when they get it in, I know as a child, being a girl, and not having a lot, the dolls. If you got a doll. And then you love that doll, and you talk to the doll, and you make dresses for the doll, and you dress the doll, and you are now investing energy into this thing so that your consciousness grows. Do you see? Dream came into the world, work really hard now, investing energy, my consciousness is growing. See? So dreams allow us to move into the space that we had not occupied before. All right. So we're asking always for something bigger than we are. If we're not, it's not a dream. Some people will say, when you say, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" They say, "I don't want anything." And what they're saying to you is, "I like my level of consciousness exactly as it is. I do not want to grow any more this year. Just keep me where I am." And is that okay? It's okay for them. It's their choice. We always get a choice. It's okay. It's okay. But I want you to think, if those words come out of your mouth, is that really a choice I'm making? Because if it comes out of your mouth, it really is a choice you're making. Okay? Some people are disavowing that completely. Expectancy creates receptivity. You may think I can't ask for greater, but if you expect, expectancy will actually create a space within you to receive it. So expectancy creates greater receptivity. But sometimes, this is when it gets heavy. Ready? Sometimes the growth is so big and so important and so mammoth, it hurts. And it's hard. It's hard to say yes to that next step. It's hard. When you know your world is going to quake and everything is going to break down into a million pieces, to say yes to what's coming in front of you. And I think in my heart, when I look at the early people, the Essenes and the followers of the Jewish faith that were preparing for Jesus, I think they were in that space. I think that they knew things had to break. They'd been waiting for this man to come. They'd been waiting for this energy to be born that would save them from oppression, to bring the light of God down so that they would not be oppressed any longer. And they're holding this energy. And do you know there's tension in that? And there's stress in that? And do you realize that the people that held the space for Jesus, even when they saw his birth, they went, okay, great, that's good. Yay, he's here. How long did they have to wait before they saw any evidence of his divinity? 30 years. Many of them didn't make it. Many of them moved on in that time, you know? Bringing in something large that's going to rock your world is comprised of many steps. But it really does take asking for something to start the ball rolling. It takes asking for, what can I do to prepare and to begin receiving this new world that's going to be created? You understand? Okay. And a lot of people would have said it's too much work. You know, too much work. I want to stay right where I am in consciousness. I'm just going to hang here. So, the people at that time were living in limitation, asking for freedom from oppression. They did not know what was involved in what they were asking. They probably did not know that to be free from outer oppression, the inner awakening had to occur. Because we know nothing changes till we do inside, right? So we have to change the internal to change the external. And regardless of how much time and energy was required to invest to make this happen, regardless of that, there comes a point where you say, yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do it. Regardless of the amount of time. I think that if we knew how many people walked this planet preparing for Jesus' birth, we would be startled. It wasn't just Joseph and Mary and the shepherds and the wise men. There was the whole communities that were preparing for this. Entrance into a higher level of consciousness. They were prepared. Christmas was going to change the world. It meant that the world was out of their hands. The change was out of their control. And they were preparing the best they could, but they still would not see it all. But they had to go forward and ask for what they could receive in order to prepare for what was happening. Do you understand? When I was preparing this message and Spirit was talking to me, they showed me an experience that I'd had many years ago, and they asked me just to watch it. And so they showed me, I was a young mom, single mom. David was about 3. And we were out shopping at the mall, which we never did because I could not afford the mall. We were so scrubbing it, so tight. And I'd made an agreement with God that if I ever got out of debt, I would not go into debt again. And so I had my mortgage and my car payment, but no charge card debt. So I had to go buy something. We were out in the mall. He was so tiny. He couldn't have been over 3. And I was in the shop looking for something for someone. And he saw a teeny little Braves jacket. And they're reminding me of this. They're showing me. It's a black silk Braves jacket. Teeny little thing. And he said, Mommy, I want that. And of course, he was used to hearing, it's not in our budget, and if you want it, you need to manifest it. That's what he was told since he was a child. this time he started to cry. He said, no, Mommy, I really need it. And I said, but honey, we can't afford it. I can't buy that jacket. Honey, I can't afford it. I have no money to pay for that jacket. Mommy, I need it. He started to cry. He sobbed. He was sobbing. And so we're in the store, and he's brokenhearted. So I said, I just can't, I can't. So we walked out of the store, you know, the mall, the little walkway there, and I looked at this child, and I went, oh, jeez. So I went back into the store, and I bought the jacket. And I expected this child, this is what Spirit showed me, I expected him to go, oh, thank you, Mommy, thank you, I'm so happy, thank you, Mommy. He didn't. He took the little bag, and he sobbed. And it was almost like he was saying, now I can go on. Seriously, he was that distraught. And whatever this meant to him, I don't know, but it meant that he would live through what he was being asked to do. And I was, as a single mom that just put in the charge card out, I was a little bit miffed at him. They didn't say, yay, smiley face. But when they were reminding me of this, they said, that was a moment when the soul needed something to tell it was going to be okay. And his little soul was reaching out. And fortunately, I heard my guidance to work with him. But so often when we're faced with these huge changes that we know are going to rock our world, that we don't ask, give me just something to hold on to. I know I'm asking for the big thing, but I can't take it in yet. I can't take it in yet. It's going to take every brick down in my world. But give me something so I can make it through the next step. You guys understand what I'm saying? You know, the people that brought in the presence of Jesus Christ, the saints and the Jewish people of that time, you realize that when he died, he was around 33. They don't know how old he was. But you realize within 30 years, the entire Jewish faith fell. The temple was destroyed. The faith as they knew it never was resurrected again. They had to modify how they worshipped in order to survive. He brought in such a light that the old construct could not survive, the new world that was being created. And when we're faced with that deep of a reconstruction, when we're faced with bringing in such a light into our heart and world that we know our world is not going to survive, how eager are we to dream that dream in? A little bit nervous. But aren't we all asked to do that at some time in our lives? We're all asked to do that at some point where we let everything go so we can build anew and afresh. All right. Don't be afraid, they said, to ask. You think that your current level of consciousness will not be able to help you when you're looking at these big things, but the Christmas energy can. This beautiful energy of the Christmas angels and the activity is so strong. Dreaming in at Christmas is more powerful than any time of the year because the abundance of the awareness of God thins the veils. When we have this many people turning to love, turning to God, turning to their faith no matter what their faith is, it thins the veils to spirit. And we can access and we are receptive to the angelic forces that seek to feed us every day of every year. You understand? But it's such a special time now as we're walking toward this. Heaven and earth become one. The heavens literally lift the earth. And spirit expresses through matter when that happens. And we've all of you probably have already had a few little Christmas miracles, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Already? It's December 11th, but already this year. So it's such a powerful time. We feel it as magic because we can't define it. But it's really just the presence of God and the outworking of spirit. All right. I'm going to switch now to the other aspect of receiving. Some of us get so happy in where we are that we need help learning to receive. We have forgotten. We forget how to expect, and in expecting, open to receiving greater. So sometimes our expectations are offline. Do you ever remember being offline? All right. So I have another David story for you. Now he's 4. Now he's 4, so it's a year later. We've survived the drama of it all. He's settled in. We had a friend, Darla, adopted us. I was a single mom. We hadn't met Patrick at all, and he was just tiny tyke. And for his birthday, she was like his fairy godmother. She said, David, we're going to go to the toy store, and I'm going to let you get whatever you want. And if it's over budget, I'll tell you. If it's a little bit too much, I'll tell you. But you just look around and you get anything you want. So Darla told me, she took David, 4 years old, calmly walked through the store. Calmly looked at everything. She said it took him hours. He looked at every single toy. He looked at every single thing there. And then he went to a stand that had a little plastic bag full of little army men. It was $1.99. Do you know? And he said, this is what I want. And she said, oh, David, don't you want something else too? No, this is what I want. So she bought him a couple more little toys, which I do not remember what she bought him. I do not remember. I remember the army men. In that moment, he had the cornucopia of abundance in front of him, but he went to what his little consciousness could take in. I'm used to being with my mommy, who has budgets. So his little consciousness could take that in. And it took his angel, Darla, his angel, to expand him. And I think this is the example of us. We walk in this world where the angels and God say, what do you want? Here it is. What do you want to dream in? What do you want to experience next? Here it is. Come on. What do you need? And we go, if I get that, I'm going to have to change my consciousness. I'm going to have to shift. Okay, no. All right. Now, he didn't know better. He's 4. But we know better. And how often do we go to the familiar? I will take that because that's easy. I know how to handle that. I won't have to stretch too much with this one. Just give me some more of that and I'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. I'll take that. Do you see how we've forgotten to expect and we've forgotten to dream in? And if we are not dreaming in bigger, are we going to grow? We're not going to grow. We're going to keep feeding what's already is within us. We're going to keep feeding how we currently are. And that level of consciousness that you're at right now, do you like where you are? I mean, I like where I am, do I want to stay here forever? No. I always tell people, they say, Cindy, you're so good. Yeah, I'm not walking on water, guys. I got more work to do. There's more to do. There's more for us to grow into. Do you not want to grow bigger and better? I see most of you nodding. So, the dreaming in, the saying yes to everything that the universe can bring you, yes to the beautiful gifts of the angelic forces. And as you've been meditating during this season, as you've been meditating these last few weeks, can you not feel this energy opening up for you to bless you? And do you go, I love it, feed me, now I'm going to go do what I've always done? Or do you say, I love it, feed me, and show me what I need to do new and different? We had a most fabulous healing night last night. It was wonderful. And I was on the table getting my healing, receiving. And they took the energy and they shifted it from what is into what can be. And it was like, yeah, I'm going to say yes to that. I'm not going to say yes to, I'm going to say yes to that. And the energy just started flowing. It was so beautiful and so wonderful. And I can do that. I have myself in my own human nature, not a chance. Me and God, me and the Christ, absolutely, easy peasy, it's already done. It is already done. It's done. I just have to go have the experience. All the details are taken care of. Do you see? And sometimes we don't really have to know exactly what we want to dream in. We just have to want to dream in. Want to dream in. And we have to be willing to let go of the heaviness, the empty, the stuff that's done. Stuff that's done. Okay. The universe loves us so deeply and so dearly. So, you will be asked, what do you want? When a family member asks, what do you want? What are you going to say to them?
The stars, the sun.
Absolutely! Absolutely. Answer however you want that's honest and true. How do you normally answer them? Okay, well, what can you afford? I will take a pack of gum. Now, answer them honestly. What do you really want? I want to ascend. I would love to ascend, but not yet. I would love to ascend in a couple of years. I'd love to walk on water. Can you get me that? Okay. Have fun. Stretch your muscles. Stretch your muscles. Perhaps you want to ask the universe for what will bring joy to your spirit and soul. Maybe you don't know what you need, but you need joy to your spirit and joy to your soul. Ask for that. And maybe it is that little black jacket, little black shiny jacket, that you don't know why you have to have it, but you do. But most importantly this Christmas is to allow the ability to receive to expand. Are you willing to do that? Allow your ability to receive to expand. All right, let's take this within. So let's just put our feet on the floor. We're going to do a little exercise. We're going to expand our ability to receive. And God, I ask that all the work that we now do be a blessing to each one. And I ask that they feel you. We welcome that beautiful light of the Christ within each one of you to begin to express. Feel a light, a warm light in your heart center. And I would invite you to see a beautiful column of light come over you. Notice the color. Just feel the peace. But notice that it just engulfs you so that you're not aware of anyone around you. And I want you to feel the presence of Jesus Christ by your side, just helping, just there to support you. There to support you. And in your mind's eye now, I would like for you to just gently transport until you can feel yourself sitting in your own living space, in your living room or bedroom, whatever works for you, wherever you end up. Take a breath and find yourself in your living space. And feel that you are sitting, and feel that you can feel yourself sitting in your living space. Feel the energy around you. It doesn't matter how it looks, just feel it. And just feel your life vibration now. The energy from your soul, your spirit. And in your mind's eye, look to the right in your energy field, and you will see vibrations of potential. All the beauty, fabulous expansion the universe has for you. And it may just be bubbling light energy. You may actually get words or see things. But just feel the bubbling all around you. And now let your eye go straight in front of you and see a beautiful radiant light that goes straight to the heavens. And feel the oneness with God. Your connection with God. And let your eye look to the left in your energy field. And see the swirling energy of long, big dreams. Huge opportunities for you. They may not be as bright. They may be long-term. Just feel it. And now welcome those beautiful Christmas angels to come into your field. And as they do, all limitation expands. And you just become open and vibrant. And feel yes moving through your body. And now turn to your right and look at all of the beautiful energy the universe has for you. And if you can, say yes, yes, I receive. And I receive it in the order and harmony the universe would bring to delight my soul. And feel it coming into your space. Feel the connection. And now look straight ahead and see that beautiful presence of Father, Mother, God, Creator, your beloved. And say yes to connecting with God. I say yes to connecting with you, God, in all things that I do. In my life, in every moment, every second. There's no separation. And now look to the left and see the long, big process and growth and journeys that are yours. And if you are ready, you can say, I am willing to have these begin. I say yes to my first steps. I say yes to my next steps. I say yes to the long-term goals and plan for my soul. These issues that will delight the Christ I am. And feel a beautiful connection being made. Feel the energies becoming one around you, and let your focus go to those beautiful Christmas angels. And they are laughing, and they are supporting you, and they are telling you everything occurs in divine order. All that you have called forth will come at the exact moment that you can receive it in joy. Breathe it in. Father, Mother, God, bless each one as we expand this day. Let our hearts become the bright Christ. Feel that beautiful love of God pouring through you. Let it move out into this space that you occupy, and now gently bring your focus back to the chair that you sit in, leaving behind your room and coming back into this one. Feel the chair that holds you. And in your heart, just repeat after me if you will. I'm a divine child of God. All of my needs are met. And every desire is delightfully fulfilled. I love you, God. Take a breath. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. How do you all feel? Could you say yes? Are you excited?
Yes.
So much good coming to you?
Yes.
Well, I cannot wait to hear all the details.
You better be careful.
So as you go this week, go out this week, please remember expectancy creates receptivity. And you're walking in a world where everything is possible, even the restructuring of the very atoms of your being. How cool is this? Say, yay, God.
Yeah.